Hello. Let's do our flexibility routine. Kneeling on the mat, start inhaling, looking up at your hands, and exhaling, looking straight to the front. Put something underneath your knees if you're uncomfortable, and make sure that you spread whatever you put underneath your knees under both of them so that you are more balanced on your knees, on your base. So inhale and exhale. In the same position, we are going to hold a side stretch now. So try to get your fingertips on one side and go down, looking at the hand on the floor, keeping the arm on top, totally straight, closer to your ear, and make sure that this is a lateral move. Do not dip your body to the front or to the back, and hold it there, breathing deep. And when you're changing, elongate your arm back to the ceiling and make a nice transition to the other side, and holding it again, trying to get your fingertip down on the side of your knee and reaching through the top arm, keeping the arm on top really straight, keeping your neck long, keeping your back of the neck long and your spine long. Now push your arms in front of you, keeping them at the height of your shoulders, fingers touching each other or close to each other with arms straight. And then in the same position, push the arms up, flex your hands and push them towards the ceiling, keeping your ears away from your shoulders at all times. And now clasp your hands behind you, still kneeling down on the floor, on the mat, and tuck your head in first, and then look down towards your chest. Try to keep your clasp hands, arms away from the back of your buttocks. You can always curl your toes behind you if you're uncomfortable in that position. And to finish, bring back the arms towards your buttocks and relax. Let's do some neck rolls now, still kneeling on the floor. And let your head kind of roll side to side with its own weight. Do not force this movement. Try to keep your shoulders as stable as possible and wide and open, breathing towards your chest. All right, we're going to do some runner's stretch variation. Put your front leg slightly outside of the line of your hip and put both of your hands down on the inner part of your foot and extend your back leg totally straight. Keep your ears away from your shoulders at all times. Arms straight, leg at the back straight, and don't let your knee at the front go over your toes, and hold this. Don't hold your breath. Breathing wide and open towards your chest, and change to the side. With this side you can see better. My hands, both of my hands, are inside the foot, which is at the front, which is bent to a 90-degree angle from the knee to the foot. And keep your ears away from your shoulders at all times, and try to keep your back leg as straight as possible. Hold it there. Hold it a little bit longer. Again, don't hold your breath. Breathing rhythmically and openly into your chest, and come out of it with a quick child's stretch, child's pose, before you get into tabletop. Okay, we are ready for our cat stretch. Hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Push away, spread your fingers and push the floor away from you, and push your meat back to the ceiling. If your toes, your feet bother you, then you can curl your toes underneath you or keep them flat to the floor, and aim your mid back to the ceiling and push the floor away from you with each repetition. Keep your ears away from your shoulders at all times, and let your spine pull your neck in before you artificially tuck it. And stretch back into child's pose to finish. Now it's time to stretch our hips. All right, now bend the leg at the front of the knee, and get the other leg across the other side of the knee, or modify it as shown. Your back is flat and you are leaning forward a little bit, keeping your chest as wide open as you can, your neck long. You're looking slightly forward and you're leaning forward. Both of your buttocks are down on the floor, on the mat, and hold this position. Stick your bum out a little bit to give more energy to this stretch. And once you're done with one side, get onto the other side and again find and choose your leg position at the front, keeping your back flat, lean forward a little bit and keep both of the buttocks down on the floor, chest open. You're not holding your breath, you're keeping your ears away from your shoulders and leaning a little bit, sticking your bum out a little more. Hold it there a little longer. Hold it and then gently come out of this move. Let's sit with our straight legs in front of us with flexed feet and choose our hand position on the shins, knees or toes. We're going to stretch our calves and our hamstrings now. You have a flat back, your shoulders are down away from your ears and you're sticking your bum out a little bit to get more into the stretch. And if you can, lift your feet off, your heels off the floor and hold this position. Keep on holding with straight legs and keep on breathing. Do not hold your breath and come out of it gently and carefully as always. Let's continue stretching our lower body. Sit in the position shown with your legs spread in front of you, feet flexed, hands behind the head, one on top of the other, legs aligned, ankle, knee and hip in one straight line. Hold it, stick your bum out a little bit with a flat back and open chest. Hold the stretch, stick your bum a little bit more to get more out of the stretch. Hold it and sit straight and come out of it gently. All right, spread your legs apart and flex your feet. We are going to do a side stretch, reaching with the top arm around the ear towards the foot that is flexed. The other arm is relaxed on the side of the leg. You can turn and look towards the leg if your neck feels strained in the position when you're looking through your armpit. But if you do that, make sure that you continue turning your rib cage towards the ceiling so that you don't lose that part of the stretch to optimize what you get out of this. So change and go to the other side. The arm on top is totally straight. You're trying either to look behind the armpit or look down towards the foot or towards the stretch, always striving to reach that arm towards that flex foot on the other side. Both of the hips are down firmly on the ground. Let's stretch the front of the thighs. Sit down on your heels, the front of the feet flat on the ground, on the floor, and hands directly underneath the shoulders. Do not lift your head up in this position. Slightly tuck it in even, or you choose the position shown if you do not like to get down and sit down on the heels. And thrust your hips forward in both cases, in both positions, and hold this position. Hold it and come out of it. All right, sit on your heels and tuck your pelvis under, bring the arms at the front, drop your head in the center a few times, making a nice C shape with your back, or you may go on your knees like before and come out of it. Sit down in the child's pose and reach to one side, keeping both arms straight, and lean your body to the opposite side to get more out of the stretch to optimize it, and hold it and then move to the other side. Then again, keeping your arms straight, just sit on the opposite buttock a little bit, swaying your body to the opposite side to increase the stretch on the side, and come to center. Hold it. Hold it a few more seconds and bring your arms back up. Sit tall. You're done.